Hello, this is Bryan Gill, and this is my Project Management and Assessment 2 screencast, my self-reflection assignment. And the project that I've chosen was one that I did about 7 months ago in one of the classes here. I don't remember which one, and as you can see I named my folders by class instead of by name, so probably a little bit better to do in the management of data area here. But anyway, this is the website that I created, and the success for me was that out of all of the years that I've been designing web pages and mostly just populating content, this is actually the first website that I've actually coded by hand, 100%. There are no add-ins, no plugins, no JavaScript, little snippets, nothing. This is just straight HTML code that I wrote by hand. So, kind of proud of it, but then again, it is almost 7 months ago, so this is not the best that I can do. Since then, I've learned some new things, new techniques, other little things that I've found on the side, plus all of the JavaScript stuff that I just got through out of my last 2 classes. So I'm looking to do a considerable amount more and really challenge myself with this time. The menu system, your basic CSS hover stuff. You click on it, it just takes you to an anchor in the page. And get your back to top, again, just another anchor, contact, same thing. Form, your standard HTML form, all of the stuff is just CSS. As you can see, all of my images, the frame doesn't completely surround the pictures properly. There's always this black bar at the bottom, and that was something that was counted off on my final project, which I hope to take care of that this time. So what I would like to do with this is I want to change this. I want to make it more of actually a different type of site altogether, not really about cars. The same basic layout of the one-page look and feel. It seems to be pretty popular right now. A lot of the HTML templates are going this way, where they're going back to the scroll, but usually a lot of them will have the menu system stick to the top and remain there, so you can continue to go through your menu sections. I do have an example here of what I would like to accomplish. It is something that I want to be able to have the photo gallery, and I've got some different things that I want to do instead of just the boxes like this, the tables, and the only way I know how to do it right now is with a plugin, and it seems like a fairly complex plugin, so it may be something that I end up using with the addition of multiple JavaScript buttons to be able to populate data. I want that data to be able to be pushed into a PHP, a MySQL database, and interact with it through the JSON and the PHP stuff, like we just got through with in my last class. So anyway, this is the site. It's a site that I'm putting together just for personal stuff. It's for my aquarium here at home that I started up, and as you can see, it's the one-page look and feel. There's some nice styling with so the images changing in the background, the wallpaper. There's also the not really gradient, well, maybe gradient, yeah, where the opacity here is obviously different. It's a 0.5 opacity on this. And once you get to the top, your menu goes from the bottom all the way to the top, the menu sticks. So it actually stays there and allows you to scroll through. You can go through the different sections of it. There's the sort feature here. which I really like. I want to be able to maintain that. I've done that before on another site. It's actually the HTML5 CSS and JavaScript branding that I did for SharePoint 2013 at my day job. And this is the type of stuff I do for fun: aquariums and HTML coding. So, pretty fun guy. But anyway, I do like the gallery. Also, it's got some hover over effects, and it also pops it up and allows you to scroll through the images and go back and forth. I do like that. I want to be able to build something like that as well. Now, the database-driven stuff that I was talking about earlier is the water chemistry, temperature, and other chemical measurements from the tank. And I need to do this weekly. Sometimes if I detect a problem, I'll do it every couple of days and make sure that I end up with the proper water chemistry to maintain a healthy aquarium. But the only thing that this is missing is the ability to click a button and actually be prompted for the current day or time and the actual results. So ammonia is bad for aquariums, so I've obviously, this is before I put any fish in, and you can see that the tank cycle was nearing completion, and over the course of about 2 weeks it went from 1 part per million all the way down to 0. So I would like to be able to have record of all of these for the future, so I can look back and say, this is what my tank did. This is, if I have a problem, I can look back and say, okay, this is what I did. Potentially even make some notes that could come up in the pop-up here over these. Now these charts are JavaScript based, and there is some code behind that, and I do have that as well. But again, this is just, like I said, these are just plugins that I modified to be able to have multiple of these charts in the one page. And they do have some other things, like you can, once you get more, like a greater density of data, you can actually highlight to zoom in on those areas and continuously zoom all the way down to a single day. So I think that would be nice, and to just have a place that's out on the internet, it's away from the troubles of my computer or laptop or whatever. It's something that's going to be, very difficult for me to actually erase, hopefully. So I should be able to maintain it for a long time. With that said, I do have a lot of these, so they need to be, multiple values over time in a database. And I just want to be able to go to each one of them, click a button, be prompted for the current date, and I'm sure I can probably populate that as well through JavaScript as a variable to be pushed into either a table or into an array. And that's actually how they're doing it right now. Each of these goes into an array, and that just kind of worries me. Just getting so many data values pushed into an array, it just seems like you're just begging for something to go wrong. So again, I'm still fairly new to all this stuff, so and if any of you want to check the charts out, it's highcharts.com, so that's where I got it from. And then I had planned with this one, but I plan on doing it as soon as I can find my webcam. It's out in the garage somewhere. But I want to have a video embedded in here, and obviously I've done it with this. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just something a little bit extra, so I can be at work and pull it up on my phone and check in on the tank and see if anything's going on. If a snail's attacking a crab or something, or anything, whatever. But that's kind of where I'd like to end up going. A little bit of navigation for your whatever, the values and the captions, and some, you get your bullet points down here that you can select them out of order or whatever, stuff like that. But anyway, this is kind of what I'm hoping to achieve, and I've done it right now through a template, and I just want to see if there's a possibility that I can do this myself with what I've learned. I think it'd be a great thing to be able to take something that was built like this, potentially make it even a little bit better. And I think I've got a pretty good framework for it here. This is, I mean, it is responsive. There are some issues with the menu's a little jumpy when it collapses. I think that could be a little bit more smooth, maybe through the use of some JavaScript, have it slide or something. And as you can see, the image gallery, it does, while the images do shrink and reorder themselves, they're not exactly centered like they should be. There's considerable more space on this side than that side. But the rest of the stuff, it does scale properly with, it obviously looks a little bit funny getting squeezed that much, but it does work. It achieves its purpose. So anyway, that's what I'm looking to do, and I think that with what I've learned so far, I don't think it should be a terrible challenge, but I think it is still going to be, it's probably going to end up being more of a challenge than what I thought, which is good because it means that I will need to go into full research mode, figure everything out that I need to do to accomplish it, be resourceful, and hopefully not ask too many stupid questions. Except for the stupid ones, which are the ones that aren't asked. So anyway, this is my project that I'll be working on, and I'll be getting started here shortly. Thanks, and good luck to all of you. One final piece to this, I forgot to show my code, so here it is. This will be the little add-on piece to the end of my video. But this is all of the code that goes into the building of my little 3-page website here. Not that one, this one. So you can see all the different pieces of it. Just standard HTML code and nothing very special. It was very basic back then, and as I kept it, still very basic. So the other thing is the CSS. I believe I can probably collapse this a bit more to have, you know, more like that instead of just single different things, single callouts like that. But you know, it seems, looking back on it now, it does seem like it's a pretty large bit of CSS when it basically is double of what the actual HTML code is. So anyway, that's my code. That's what I'll be starting off with, and I will make the changes, and I'll go from there. The other thing is, yeah, I am doing this on my PC. It gives me a little bit more area to work with, but it is in here with my noisy server, so hopefully the whine of the fans isn't too terrible. But anyway, that's it. Thanks.